Hello everyone, hope you guys have been having a wonderful weekend. So today, of course, is the Gems of War, Tower of Doom, week 35, day 6, all that. So of course, we've been doing it since day 1, as we just did the entirety of the event all at the front. But if you haven't finished already, don't forget to do so. Getting to floor 25th completion, as in getting to floor 26, as well as all 12 stages, will end up giving you the max amount of rewards. Anything extra is just for leaderboard position, which gives pretty much nothing. Of course, we had the invasion event starting yesterday with all the wild folk stuff. We do get a new weapon from that at 210 gems, so a good idea to go get it. Actually, you know what? We might put some battles towards it. Looks like the guild's not done yet. Oh, wow. Hey, we got some good orbs. Oh, that reminds me. Off stream, I got a forge orb. Today's the 20th day of the month, and of course, we get a random orb. And I already claimed those earlier, and you know what? One of them was a forge. Let's see. So let's go adjust these numbers. So that's a 28. That's a 81, and hey, another minion. Always good to see more minions. It's a 2% chance off of a small orb, so great drop right there. Finally, our vault keys haven't been giving us good drops, so at least something is. There we go. But yeah, I guess we might actually start there. But then again, one thing we might want to start with, just so I don't forget it, is today's the second to last day of the Lunar New Year event. Lunar New Year taking place last Sunday, but if you haven't already gotten them, the unique loot includes the Crimson Armor, the Wozzy, and 6 copies of the pet. 5 to get the initial one, and 1 additional one to get the golden version. I'm going a little bit further, and that is simply to make sure we get a power orb. It isn't required, though there's an achievement tied to it, and even if you already have the achievement, a power orb for a couple hundred gems, not too bad, especially if you still need Zugoff. It's really good value. We also randomly got a Scourge of Honor yesterday when we were buying the tier 3, the 210 gems to go get the event. While it is very rare, obviously it does happen occasionally, and now we have double Scourge of Honor. There we go. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys been having a wonderful weekend. Hello, Bill. Hello, Lester. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Draco. Hello, Genki. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Lester. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so right off the bat, we need green, so we'll just take some green, and all of our red, and all of our everything. And basically just have to cast Scourge of Honor a couple times as we have been with the team. And that's pretty much the game plan. It does seem like we need triple Scourge of Honor based on where we're currently at. That's fine. Got plenty of mana accumulation, that's for sure. And of course, he gets some of his mana back. Ooh, spell reductions does slightly get in the way there, though. Which is a little unfortunate, but a 4-4 will take it out. A little overkill there. That will do it. They are starting to get a little bit higher in stats. Obviously, the deeper we go, the higher they go. Every 5 battles, you get not only more points, but they also become slightly more difficult. Get slightly bulkier. We almost need to go back to a skull option. Starting to get deep enough where the AoE might not be the way. Though we're already almost done with it to the point where we're probably just sticking with this the rest of the time. Even though we could technically trade off if we really wanted to. Got a new mythic today. The Elemental from Blackhawk. Which one? Which one? I'm trying to think of what the Elemental is. Elemental from Blackhawk. The Merfolk from there is good. What is the Elemental one? I forget which one it is. I need to go double check. Oh wait, is that the troll one? Gosh, why do I forget his name? I always forget his name. Sycorax. Is that Sycorax? Sycorax is actually really good. He's a mana accumulator though, so he's not one. I don't know. He's in a weird position where early on in the game he might not do as much for you as you're progressing through. But yeah, he's part of some infinite loop teams, or at least pseudo infinites. Yeah, he's a really good mana accumulator. Yeah, I always forget his name too. It's Sycorax. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a really good mana accumulating mythic. Among one of the better mana accumulating mythics. It's very niche though. But it's normally used with Truffle and other loop teams. Basically just spam him, get infinite HP, and just cast a bunch of stuff. It's used primarily for Guild Wars, I would say, in the current state of the game. Because for most other things, he's too slow. But for Guild Wars, he's really safe. Especially if they don't have a freeze option. But even if they do, sometimes he's still used as well. Yeah, I think I use him on one of my, Guild War teams currently. Not defensively, but offensively. It's just, he's not good for Explore 12 and a lot of other locations like that, just because he's too slow. But in a Guild War context, it doesn't really matter how quick you go. Like, it still does, but like, it doesn't matter as much compared to when you're farming in a specific area. Yeah, we'll take that one over. Oh, does this give him extra turn brown, which gives him extra turn red, which gives him some other poke. It just chains into a billion different things. And I'll just take it out with these two. And nothing should have enough spell reduction to take it out. And by not enough spell reduction, I mean none of them have spell reduction, which is great to see. Alright, one more. How many gems have you spent on dragon eggs? We can actually figure out the exact number. We have to count how many dragons we have first, though. Because however many dragons we have, times 500. Which means, probably like 10,000 something. Yeah, if we... Actually, I never calculated out that number. Let's go get that number real quick. I'm actually curious as well. It's somewhere's between way too much and what on earth is that number? Somewhere's between those two numbers is where it's at. Somewhere's around there. Like, it's definitely a 5-digit number. Let me go check. So, the number of dragons we have is... let's see. 521. Yeah, I was right. 21. So each one costs 500. So let's just do it with a calculator real quick, even though we could probably do it in our head, but just make sure we don't get it wrong. So 21 times 500 times... So that's how much Dragonite I used. Each Dragonite costs 6 gems, so I'd have to times that by 6. I did that in a really weird way. But 63,000 gems. That's a lot of gems. We have spent 63,000 gems on gem dragons, which means by the time we get them all, we would have spent anywhere from 80,000 to 100,000 gems on gem dragon, or on gem dragons, which is a lot of gems. Though some people have spent that much on things like other things that are like pretty much free now. For example, some people maxed out every Doom weapon using gems, and that costs like over 100,000 to do. Actually, way more than that, like a couple 100,000. And some people actually did that. And of course, you could do it now for free with the Forge Orbs, which we've almost completed now at this point. But yeah, we are currently 63,000 gems deep, or technically slightly more. But yeah, 63,000 gems deep on... Well, actually, that's not true, because some of it was from the free ones. But maybe a little bit less than that. So like 60-ish thousand gems, maybe a little bit lower than that. 50, 60, somewhere around there. Because I forgot, we do get some for free. We do get some through other means, like the campaign. And stuff like that. I have not seen any Dragonite Gnomes, though, so none of it's from Dragonite Gnomes, oddly enough. Anyways, so we finished out this event. One done. Let's go do the World event, I guess, real quick. Or not World event. We already finished World. Actually, never mind. There isn't even a World. Oh, yeah, Guild Wars next week. Oh, gosh. Let's see. But let me go do Invasions real quick. We're currently just doing all-in double Robustressa. We ended up switching our team compared to the one we mentioned on Monday. Though it's not much of a difference. The only difference is I actually dropped Hero and just doubled up on the Invasion Troop. Which is not too uncommon, just double up on the Invasion Troop. It's just a good, consistent way to go. If ever in doubt for any Invasion event, literally just run double the Invasion Troop. And anything for the other 2 slots. You're pretty much good to go already. Because that's all you really need. Double Invasion Troop and 2 things to support it. Either with mana, with damage, with anything. Hello, Tyrion! Hello, Clipbomb! Welcome, welcome. And this week that works pretty good too, because you can end up doing the burst damage there. Alright, so let me double check my mana. I actually want to take a blue here, so I can then poke him, and then win. So we do that just to make sure the Valraven Tower doesn't get away. We then poke just to make sure we have quicker damage in case he misses, and there we go. And we're right back where we started, 4 residuals. Alright, let's see. So free scroll poke, that's good. We'll take her right over there, but I don't really need it. I'm mostly just trying to pass a turn. Also, we got all the armor towers. Oh, no. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably going to live, doesn't it? It does. Oh, we'll do that then. And then we can do this. Oh, no! I should have done King Selena's first. I was going to bypass the thing. I should have done that in inverse order. Whoops. Not too big a deal, though. Yeah, we've spent a lot of gems on trying to get the gem dragons then. That means by the end of everything, we would have spent anywhere from 70,000 to 100,000 gems getting all the gem dragons. By the time we have double Diamantia. Hello, Station Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Alright, what do we need here? We need you to be full mana, but you're going to do that on your own, so we're good to go. He'll poke us, it's fine. We poke him back for auto win, and dead. King Salinas is still kind of crazy. Honestly, of every mythic that came out last year, I want to say he's the strongest one. Because I'm trying to think of another one that is like stronger than him that came out last year. And I don't think there is one. It's just King Salinas. Very solid option. Yeah, we're gonna take that first. I was hoping we'd have a skull option this turn. We might still get one. No, he didn't give it to us. Because I'm gonna have to pass an extra turn if we don't have a skull here. Hey, he gave us a skull. Perfect. But we don't have double skull here. Now we have to cast this. And there we go. By chance, does anybody know when Divinian Fields is gonna have an event? Did we just have one recently? I don't remember. Let me check real quick. Good old Divinian Fields. Oh, I heard a Valraven Tower. I love those audio cues. Gems of War doesn't have many, but that's why I don't mute the sound for this game. There are a few audio cues. We can't even see, but we already know there's a Valraven Tower there. Yes, Divinian Fields is on February 13th, 15 days from now. But, yep, right around the corner. It's gonna be some kind of epic, which means you can stock up on whatever its arcane is. Though we don't even know what color it is. We don't know anything about it other than that's kind of funny. We know literally nothing about it other than the fact that it's coming out in 15 days on February 13th. But literally every other piece of info isn't here because it still needs the update, I believe. To get that info from. Which should be pretty soon. They started the beta for it. Which means the next patch should be in a couple weeks or less or so. Somewhere around there. Normally whenever they start a beta, it's like 3-ish weeks after, I want to say. Though could sometimes vary. Hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Because we're definitely getting the patch in February, that's for sure. Unless it gets delayed for some reason. But otherwise, we're definitely getting it next month. Just a matter of when next month. So I should have went for the thing. I keep forgetting, you don't have the natural ability to hit through 75% score reduction. However, we can if we give it Enrage off a Wild King. Or Enrage through any means. So we'll take that, take that. We don't have to worry about reductions. We just go poke, poke, dead. And as match, that's all we have to do for invasion. Very easy, straightforward invasion, like most of them are. Alright, there we go. Also, I would say invasions are even easier than raids as well. Also, anyone slacking in our guild? One person, though, that got around to it. Which, where are we? How are we all the way up here? We did bare minimum. Though, in all fairness, we have a multi-way tie with bare minimum. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-way tie for bare minimum. And some of these were probably also bare minimum. They might have lost a Valraven or got... Oh, no, no, no. There's even more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, 18. There were 18 at bare minimum. Because these are all the people who got bad Valraven luck. These are the people who missed a Valraven. Anyone who has 100. But 108 is actually... they just got bad Valraven luck on their Valraven Tower. And all of these are the good Valraven luck. The 116s. Anyone higher than tier 4. Or tier 3, I mean, for the weapon. Anyways, so, okay, so all weekly events pretty much done. Let's go take out Adventure Board real quick. Not much here, but hey, an event key. They add up. Then we'll go take out Dungeon, and then I guess we will go and Volkey grind for a while. As that was the main goal of the stream. It's pretty much the entire thing in the title right now. As that was the goal. As I don't have too many other things to really wrap up this week, so good day to Volkey grinds. And we still have plenty. I think we're sitting on, what, 1,750 right now, I want to say? So got a big stack of them just laying around. Hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, oh yeah. I'm like expecting explosions at the start of battle. Like every other mode, and it's like, oh, nothing moved. I'm just so used to out of habit that's going to start at the start of battle. Not only modes that have it. And that is not one of them. Oh, already getting our reward. Oh, already hitting a trap. Oh, already hitting both traps. Okay, we got it by stun. The problem with stun is we don't have storm. Oh wait, but for the Zukov team that doesn't matter though. Yeah, never mind. We're fine. Stun does nothing to us, pretty much. Actually, it does literally nothing to us. Yeah, this team doesn't care if it's stunned. There are some teams that do. This is not one of them. Oh, wait, we got curse stunned? Oh. That matters slightly more, but also not really. That's funny. Curse stun actually makes it so you will guarantee get hit by it. Unless you have that one super immune trait. Also, gosh, what is these things attack stat? You know what? I guess we restart real quick. If nothing else, that does prevent our tank ability. So I guess it does matter some. It also gets rid of our barrier. Oh, you know what? Curse stun actually does matter some. Because it gets rid of my barrier. Oh, that's slightly annoying. Yeah, stun wouldn't have mattered. Curse stun actually does a little. Because I don't have my score reduction. I don't have my barrier at start of battle. Makes us a lot more vulnerable initially. Especially if he's going to keep getting that lucky. Especially if every starting move is going to be that. Also, would you like to summon? Your summon is not based on you being stunned or not. You're allowed to summon. Alright, we were in one-shot range somehow. Oh no! I didn't realize that would super cascade. Gosh, this is an annoying combo. The good old curse stun. Yeah, I thought we were only stunned for a second. I thought that was a stat reduction, but nope, the other room was curse. Very unfortunate combination. You know, I'm actually going to kill the summoner first, oddly enough. Leave the dragon alive. Main reason for this is this guy's going to kill himself out on his own. So I'm actually going to kill the first dragon with skulls. He's actually going to work out a little bit better that way. Because then we kill that. You die to skulls. And then we just ultimately win. Because worst comes to worst, that thing just kills itself out. Or we just kill it that way, boom. So hello, Jackie! Welcome, welcome. You're on the phone with your mom. Hope you guys have been doing well. That reminds me, I should probably call my dad sometime. Which I don't think I've called him since New Year's. So it's been like a month. Let's see. I'm looking for mana. A lot of mana. I know you're allowed to summon. Please? What, is stun magically like stopping your summon? There you go. Because it's not supposed to. I was getting really unlucky with it. And there we go. That enrage coming through to get the kill. It's actually kind of funny because it gains enrage in the same way that one hero class gains enrage. And that when we get a kill with Zul'Goth, it gains enrage and then just kind of keeps perpetual enrage, assuming each skull gets a poke. Or, you know, each skull gets a kill, I mean. It actually has the same premise as Slayer, because they have the same trait. The when you get a kill, enrage yourself. Which is a pretty useful trait. Especially if you're in like a one-shot build that you know is going to be able to utilize it. Okay, good, we got the early summon. That'll keep us safe. And now we just win with standard Angry Mob feeding whatever damage source is at a given time. In this case, Zul'Goth. Alright, there we go. And of course we'll keep wasting gems on Dragonite. Oh wait, I just realized I did the math wrong. It's 5 gems per Dragonite, not 6. Oh wait, let me go redo the math. It's 10,500 times 5. It's actually 52,500. Okay, so we spent about 50,000 gems on Dragonite, my bad. Not 60 something. Yeah, it's closer to 50,000. Because I forgot, it's 5 gems per Dragonite, not 6. I was thinking 6 because it's 60 Dragonite that you get, but it's 300 for the 60. Wait, no, that's still 6, isn't it? Wait, I'm going crazy. 300... No, never mind. No, yeah. It is 5. It's 60... It's 300 divided by 6, which is 50. There we go. Anyways. Anyways, in other news... We did that. We did that. I guess we go get our 10 crowns. Of course, we are finally done with getting everything here. However, there are still 8 additional days where we can get additional loot. So we might as well. We've already paid for it, so we shall. Nothing else gives us a reason to go farm some EXP, since we technically still haven't hit level 1,800. Though we will next month for sure. Especially since we might be getting 2 vault events next month. Anyways, where's my Ironhawk? There it is. 69 bajillion. So we'll hand out a code as soon as we finish the crowns. And then we'll go on the Volkey grind. Hopefully we'll do 100 this stream. I think we'll aim for 100. I'll need to see what our number is. But we'll probably go for 100 of them. Because we haven't been getting any good major orb drops. We've gotten a little dry on them. Though in all fairness, the drop table forward is pretty bad. Especially if you count power as a bad drop. Because that means the only drops we have is a 1% pet, 3% silver, and a 2% gold. Meaning we, in theory, only have a 6% chance of getting a good drop. Assuming you only consider those 3 things to be good. The 2 glory orbs and, or 2 bigger glory orbs. Plus the major pet one. Brings us to a 6% total of the 100% drop table. Oh wait, whose birthday is it? Happy birthday, Lori. Wait, who said it was their birthday? I'm trying to find it in chat. But happy birthday, and if you want us to sing happy birthday to you, let me know. I don't see the message for it, though. Oh, we got a gnome. It's not a vault event yet. We're trying to catch up on chat. How many zeros are in a bajillion? I have no clue. Pretty sure it's just a made-up number. Generally, any number where you need it to, like, the power of something with, like, that E with a bunch of, like, number thing for the number of zeros. I don't know a single term of any of those numbers. I think the highest I know is a trillion. Everything beyond that is like, what on earth are these numbers? You're chatting in the wrong one? I thought so. I was like, wait, who said that? Because the name wasn't that recognizable. So I'm so glad this thing doesn't have 10 or 20% stats anymore. It just simply dies to the Dust Devil wipe, which is great to see. I feel like the more I multitask, the worse I actually get at multitasking. Because I'm normally doing multiple things at once, but if you do it for like a long duration, like in one sitting, you start getting worse at multitasking whatever you're doing rather than better at it. Mostly from the fatigue of multitasking so many things. That reminds me, I'm not sure why, but earlier today when I was typing something, my keyboard stopped working. I think one of my USB 3 slots don't work anymore, and I have no clue how to fix that. Pretty sure it's not that hard, though I don't know how. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was just, I'm not sure what, but it was like plugged into that slot, and it's like, oh, not working. I plug into a different slot, oh, it's working again. And I tried plugging it back in, or plugging out, plugging back in. It's like, oh, not working. So I tried the next solution. Put it into a different hole. And that worked. So hello, Cam. Welcome, welcome. Oh, what is this? Speaking about notifications on things. Some Microsoft thing, though. I tried everything for it earlier. I think my USB 3 slot, that one specific one, might be shot or something. Because I restarted the computer, unplugged it, plugged it back in, didn't work. I plugged it into a different hole, it worked. So there is a chance I just can't use that USB 3 slot anymore, unfortunately. Luckily, this computer has more USB slots than I know what to do with. Well, not really, but I have extensions that make it so I know I have more than what I know what to do with. Because I have like, gosh, 7 USB devices hooked up to this one laptop. Yeah, sticking it in a different hole worked. And they're both USB 3 ports, so that wasn't the issue either. I'll try it again later. It could just be dust or something. Worst comes to worst, I'll just need more splitters and into splitters. So we have enough USB slots for everything. Currently, that's not an issue because we do have enough. But if we get a few more devices, well, we'll see about that. How many crowns are we at right now? Are we done? Oh, we are. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good drop from it. But there we go. Anyways, next order of business. Let's open vault keys. So how many do we have? Yeah, we're opening 100. We're definitely going to open 100. So let's go open until we have 1,600 remaining keys. Before we do, though, I did say I would hand out a code when we hit there, so let me go hand out a code. And then, yeah, we're just going to open 100 keys then. Let's see if we get anything juicy. Also, if we get one of the 3 big drops, we'll hand out an extra code. How about that? Because I do have quite a few extra actually this month so far. But if we get any of the 3 big drops, those being major... Oh, no, that team. No, do not use that team. But if we get major pet, major silver, or major gold, we'll hand out a code. An extra code. Which we have about a 6% chance for every time we find a major orb. About a 1 in 20. Technically slightly higher than a 1 in 20. And no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. And definitely feel free to leave a like on our stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. So what have you guys been up to this weekend? Also, isn't Super Bowl weekend in like 2 weekends from now? I need to figure out what I'll be getting. Because one of the best part about the Super Bowl is the food. How many uses do the codes have these days? I want to say 300, though I have no clue. But I want to say about 300. Which might sound like a lot these days. However, you have to keep in mind, like, every view is potentially 30 people. Because if someone shares it across their entire guild, It's kind of funny because the code number has always been higher than whatever our viewers been. I think the most viewers we've ever had at one stream was like 200 something. It was on one of the bigger Gems of War patch days a while ago, like years ago. Also, Saturdays are always our least watched streams, consistently. So hello, Saturday people. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Saturday's always our least watched. And Tuesday, when there's a patch, is obviously our most watched. Or Monday, otherwise. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Oh no, 1 mana. How could you? Oh no, the curse of a billion Cedrics. Honestly, if they're ever gonna add a sync for everything in the game, one really funny sync they should add is for all the spare Cedric copies. They're never going to, but it would be funny. I still don't understand the logic of how frequent he is in the drop table, though. Of all the things to be frequent in the drop table, that seems like the most pointless one. Like, 90% of his drops should be replaced with just random gnomes. It will still be equally as bad, but at least it makes it easier to obtain the billion other gnomes that there are, rather than just Cedric. Or even split it some between the tarot cards as well. So that when tarot cards keep getting more and more, they're not as hard to get. Because otherwise you're just going to keep getting exponentially harder as more get added to the game. As to try to find the one that you need, of course, becomes harder if there's more within the drop table. So while your chance of getting a tarot card never goes down, the chance of getting a tarot card you're looking for constantly goes down with every new tarot card. They don't do logic, true. I feel like a lot of free-to-play games don't. Like, I can't think of a single free-to-play game that has a proper economy. Like, one that actually works and syncs resources properly. I don't play that many. But of all the ones I play, not a single one of them does it, like, fully correctly. Even ones that have an economy that's only like a year old still don't do it correctly. And often to the detriment of the game. For Gems of War, it's not as big a deal. But some games do it in a way where it, like, actively takes away from the overall quality of the game. Because at least with Gems of War, even though there's a lot of clunky resources, they give you so many resources that to some degree kind of doesn't matter. Because even though you get excess of many, you also get plenty of the ones you actually need. So it's not that big a deal. Oh, first major orb. Oh, hey, an extra code. We did it. That's the one. Should we go upgrade the new pet that we just got this week? No, we should do it on one that looks cooler. Though, there isn't any cosmetic difference, but there it is, Major Orb of Pet, the 1%. The actual new Power Orb. This is what a natural Power Orb looks like. A Major Orb of Minions. Let's go hand out a code. Or a second code. Also, we'll do it one more time. If we find another silver, gold, or Major Pet, we'll hand out a third code. Yes, it is very shiny. It is just shinier than the shinies we got in Pokemon earlier. Which we'll be hunting for shinies again in Pokemon tomorrow as well. Actually, probably with Tyrion as well, if he's around. Since we kind of need him for some of them. Let's see, with our explosion. Take our other red. What time tomorrow? Probably noon. Like the same time we've kind of been doing it the other 2 days. Though I say that and it ends up starting at 12:30. But yeah, probably at noon. Or like noon to 6, probably, around then. And that's Eastern Standard Time. Which is 15 hours from now. Well, technically 15 and a half hours from now. Let's see. We'll take the red. Take the other red. Hello, Poing. Welcome, welcome. You have no problem for the code. Oh, are we handing out another? Let's see. Ah, it's major purple. Hey, we have enough excess codes. We could be doing this most this weekend. Because tomorrow, other than going over all the spoilers, probably going to do the same thing. Probably try opening another 100 keys. And the first few big drops we get, assuming we get them, we'll hand out an extra code. If we get any of the major 3. I was gonna say, I was hoping that the extra turn red it actually was. Perfect. Ooh, 24 gem keys. Gosh, we're gonna be so loaded on keys. Not like we weren't already. But we're like never running out of keys ever again. We were already at that point for a while. But nothing made me realize it even more until we opened all of our vault keys. Just like the sheer amount of keys we actually have just laying around. Because not only do we had all the keys that were already laying around, but on top of that, it's everything we've gotten from all these vault keys. Which is actually a pretty sizable amount, even though we haven't been keeping track of that number that much. And it's not really easy to go see what the number is, because you have to go into that other menu. That number has been going up quite sharply while doing these. Due to all the 24 gem key drops, all the 18... Hey, the lesser one. All the 18 event key drops, all the small 1s, 3s, 4s that drop. Well, that's another Orb of Glory. Not the really big one, but still one. The only problem with those small orbs can only ever be used for the first level. So let's say theoretically you have every mythic with their first level. That means eventually they're going to do nothing. Or, you know, you'd have to use them on like legends or something. Because unless they have a way to convert them up to silver or gold, you're just not going to be able to do anything with them. Or at least not for the full value anyways. We're far from being at that point, but I wonder if they're ever going to add a way to craft them in Soulforge. Or, you know, be able to upgrade them in Soulforge when I say craft them. Like, be able to make the bronze ones become silver, make the silver ones become gold. Because while we are a little ways away from that point, like a year or two, we are eventually going to reach the point where bronze Orbs of Glory do nothing. Or at least nothing from a upgrading mythic perspective. Or if we want to use them, we might have to use them on legends, which would be quite a bit of a waste. Because you're using them as one Anu instead of one Nisha. You're running out of good mythics to bronze. But there's a difference between running out of good ones and just running out in general. Because eventually you're just going to run out. Like, literally none of the 108 mythics left to go upgrade. We've gotten 45 of them. And a good number of those have been, bronze. Like, if we go take our number right now, we have, like, what, 20-something bronze, probably? Yeah, 25. And there's only 108 mythics in the game. Like, we're almost already. Actually, that's actually going to be really... Wait, that's actually right around the corner now that I think about it. Because how many mythics do we have upgraded right now? Like, 6-ish? So we're almost 1/3 the way there. To the point where Lesser Orb of Glory will do nothing for us. Or at least nothing in the sense that, we will eventually run out of mythics to use them on. Of course, you can still use them on Legends and stuff, but their value goes down a bit if we have to get to that point. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, we're already 1/3 the way there. In only a month, or technically a month and a half. Well, about a month. I came in like, what, second week of December? It's now like the final week of January. So yeah, a month and a half. It is slightly biased by the fact that we've had a lot of keys to open in that time, though. A lot of keys on reserve. Pretty much a couple years worth of keys. Like, most of these keys from my stack right now, this is like a reserve from the entirety of buffed up, basically since Nomapalooza existed, is what most of this stack has been. The one we've been hoarding for like a little over a year, that we finally started using the other month. Yeah, you can hold on to some for more mythics. Ooh, that's a lot of gems. Look at that, 330 gems. That's a nice stack right there. We almost got all gems. It's been a while since we've seen that. 3 of the 4 were gems. All to be wasted on Dragonite later. Yeah, that's another good orb. It was not. I can't even remember what orb you were mentioning that to. Because there's like a slight like 10-second delay or so. And I have too short-term a memory to even remember what the last orb we just got was. Oh, don't forget about the 49ers tomorrow. Hopefully they make it all the way. I'll cheer for them at the Super Bowl if they make it. Because I have no dependence to any team. I root for the commercials normally. While stuffing my face with food. One more win in there in the Super Bowl? Nice. Hopefully they make it. Are they playing tonight? Or tomorrow? I don't know when football's normally played. I assume tomorrow. Or is it tonight? But you know what? I might even watch it. Though I have no clue where or how. Because aren't most sports like paywalled like that? Like, I know the Super Bowl isn't because it's like a big event. But aren't most normal sport games paywalled behind like some kind of service? Because whatever that service is, I do not have it. Oh, tomorrow at 3 my time? Oh, I'll be shiny hunting then. We'll be playing the sport of hunting a defenseless digital animals. Until one of them is slightly discolored. Oh, so it's on cable? There's actually only one TV in my entire house that's hooked up to the box. Because, actually, I wouldn't even have cable if it wasn't for my mom. I think she uses it. Because I never do. But the only TV that's actually hooked up to it is the one in the living room. You'll keep me updated with the score. I go to a sports bar. I actually have done that a couple times for the Super Bowl. Actually, one of my favorite times was at the Sawmill in New Jersey. That one with the very large pizza. The one near where they used to actually record the Jersey Shore, that one TV series. But, yeah, it's still one of my favorite pizza places in existence. It doesn't have the best pizza, but it has insanely good large pizza. as well as a few other things. But they had a they host a Super Bowl thing every single year. And I went to it twice. It was a pretty nice event. They have like 1 billion TVs as they normally do. Great pizza. They have an all-you-can-eat thing too for a certain fee, which is pretty nice. I think they did barbecue during that as well as a bunch of other stuff that you would expect at a cookout kind of thing. They had a lot of good food. This new technology of cable. You have 2 TVs set up? I have 2 TVs set up, but I have it set up in like a very, very weird way. That makes me like never use 2 of them simultaneously. Because they're too far apart from each other for me to like visually look at both of them properly simultaneously. Yours is always simultaneously? Nice. I'm normally using multiple screens at once, but normally not multiple TVs at once. I do find it funny how it looks in some sports bars, though. Where you have a TV next to a TV, 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 next to a TV. And sometimes it's also next to a TV. You just see like a whole wall. And there's more TV there than wall. Like, that's when you know you've outdone it a little bit. If your wall is composed more of TV than of wall. You'll be auto-playing on Gems of War while checking on Pokemon Go. You're missing 3 more TVs, I know, right? I have seen sports bars, many before, like smaller ones that still like oversupply on TVs for when they get more crowded, where the population within the restaurant is lower than the number of TVs that are turned on. That's not the case for the Sawmill that I was talking about, but some other places I've seen. They've literally had more turned on TVs than there were people physically in the establishment. Which makes, like, no sense. Like, pretty much every person could use, like, 1 to 2 TVs simultaneously. Since the number of people outnumbered the number of TVs. Let's see. That's an ingot. A major one as well. Which doesn't make it any more useful, unfortunately. It's just useless in a bigger form. Wait, can I not take mana for it? Really? All of this board and there's no option? Well, fine, I'll cast you first then. Unless I'm missing something really obvious. Stop taking my only mana. I must be missing something obvious. Where on earth is our win condition? How is it this hard to get just 1 mana? Well, technically 2. There we go. I guess at that point I could have leprechauned, but still. Major blue. Yeah, I've not eaten at a sports bar in like ages. Actually, I think the last time I did was when I was in New Jersey last year. And by last year, I mean like 21 going into 2022. Yeah, that's the last time I've been in like any kind of sports bar kind of thing. I don't know, they generally have pretty good food. Though they tend to be overpriced. And by overpriced, I mean more than I'm willing to pay to bother going out. Because they're normally like more expensive than fast food, but almost in like that price range where you can go out to like a really nice restaurant instead for how much you'd spend on just like an appetizer plus like maybe a burger. And of course, substantially more expensive than if you were to just, you know, make it. The same thing. Dude, if you buy like pre-made ones from like a store, still do it for like a quarter of the price, if not even less. It's like 95% of all places. That's why I don't eat out. Actually, now that I think about it, all last year, I never ate in at a restaurant once. And I think I only grabbed fast food, I want to say maybe 30-ish times. Which is nice because my rate of grabbing fast food has definitely declined ever since I went 1 year with no fast food. But how are their napkins? Oh, every single time that's like slightly orange is like, oh, could it be the gold one? No. The free napkin tier list. It's actually kind of funny because some of the times I've been going to Wendy's lately, like of those 30 times, some of them were spending almost no money. Because for whatever reason, almost every single month, Wendy's sends like a whole gigantic, well, obviously, because they want your business, but they basically send out like, you know those coupon things that just gets like sent out to every mailbox? Well, they actually have some pretty good ones, where you can spend like $1 and get like a $8 burger for free. Like, they have a few pretty good ones. Because they have quite a few that are, like, with any purchase. And with any purchase, they mean, like, literally any purchase. Like, there's no, like, threshold to how much you have to spend. You can literally just buy, like, a drink and be like, oh, I'll have this burger with it, this free burger. And the funny thing is, they are still profiting. Because their prices are so overly priced. As are, like, every establishment. Because they account for labor, for the cost of the place, for everything else. Because the effective actual cost for making almost any product at a fast food place is literally measured in cents. And of course it costs way more than that. So even if you're buying like $1, $2 drink, and still getting like a free burger with it, they're still actually profiting. Not as much, obviously. But there is still a profit there. When was the last time you got that good of a deal? They literally send it every single month. At least in my household. In my area. Like almost every month, we'll just get like a couple people, a couple different places send it, but I find the ones at Wendy's are some of the better deals. Not all of them are that good, but some of them will be like, with any purchase, here's a free like chicken sandwich, here's a free like this burger. Like some of them are more expensive, like hey, you have to buy this one premium burger and you get like this other premium burger for free, so you have to spend like what, $7 to get $7. But some of them are literally like, spend like $1 and we'll give you this $5 thing. Just to get you into the door. Oh, I constantly get random ones. You know why? It's probably more likely for me as well. My mailbox is in a conglomerate of mailboxes. So if they want to hit a bunch of mailboxes, they can hit like 50 at a time. Because my mailbox is in like, I'm not sure what you would call it. It's not a P.O. box, but it's also somewhat a P.O. box. Like it's not a P.O. box, but it's also almost functions like one. But basically, it's like an area with like almost 100-something mailboxes, all within a few feet of each other. So what probably happens, and one of the reasons why I get them so often, is they probably hit every single one of those mailboxes simultaneously, so you don't have to go like all over the place. It's just more convenient. Because that could be what happens, potentially. Yes, Lapina Healer is in Chaos Portal. Someone did bring that to my attention yesterday. But yeah, I'll mention in the Monday video. If I remember. But yeah, Lapina Healer has been available since yesterday. The one for Morins. Unfortunately, there's no notification in-game of that happening. But of course, it has occurred. No, stop giving me major ones that are useless. It doesn't matter if that one's a minor or major. They are both of equal no value. Like, literally a green orb has better value. At least it saves you souls. It's something you need. Ingots you never need. There's no ingot sink in the game currently. Not to say that there won't be one eventually. And same as orange. Orange has the same issue. Though orange does do one thing good. Oranges save you celestials. That is the only value that oranges currently have in like super post game in this game. Like, you know, when you have like more than anything of what you know what to do with. Because greens are good because they save you souls. Oranges are like not horrifically bad. Like they're bad, but not like the absolute worst. Just because they can save you celestials. And then the only other one then is ingot one, as far as like the ultra bad category. And the worst part about them is there's nothing that ingots sink into. At least celestials, they have a soul forge crafting sink. Souls, they have a literally everything sink. Like almost nothing doesn't use souls, like soul forge, upgrading troops, upgrading ascension levels, or you know the silver, bronze, gold levels. But why did I say that in weird order? Silver, bronze, gold. Bronze, silver, gold, I mean. You know what I mean. But anyways, but they actually have a purpose. But saving ingots has literally no purpose whatsoever. There's no value exchange that you receive from doing so. At least in the current state of the game. course, subject to change at some point. Yeah, there's a good number of things in Soulforge that use Celestials, which is why orange orbs aren't like the absolute worst. Yeah, the new Orb of Ingots is definitively like the absolute worst of the worst. I mentioned that when they came out as well, that they probably made them so worse to balance how good the other three are. Because they serve currently no value whatsoever in the current state of the game for people who've already been playing. Obviously for newer players, they can be kind of useful still, because it allows you to upgrade mythic and legendary weapons a little bit easier. Potentially even epic if you still have trouble getting those epic ones. Because if you do a lot of underworld, it might actually be hardest for you to get epic ones. That used to be an issue more so in the past. There's a lot more methods to do it now, including, of course, forging orbs. Oh, Orb of Minion. Unfortunately, it's a small one, not a big one. Though we did get a big one earlier. But yeah, if anyone has any other question or anything anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Otherwise, as soon as we finish these last few keys, probably call it a night. Oh, we got a level up as well. Anything good? Yep, purple. Good old purple. 5 more keys. Come on, one more big drop. Let's get a major gold. We haven't seen a major gold in a while. It's a 2% drop, but it's been ages since we've seen one. We're even getting the 1% more often, the little pet orbs. Because I think I have gotten more major pets than I have the gold thing, oddly enough. Even though it's 2% versus 1%. The pet being 1%, the gold being 2%. Savage Lips. I remember one that used to be our lowest verse. Not anymore. And we can get more verses if Nomapalooza were ever to happen again. That one event that basically never happens, ever. Hey, we got a Volkey in our Volkey. Well, I guess we got another Volkey to open. Make that 101 Volkeys. That'd be funny if we just kept getting a Volkey in our Volkey. I've never gotten them back to back yet. Like, you use a Volkey, get a Volkey, use a Volkey, get a Volkey. And it didn't happen here. Hey, another pet orb. Nice. Oh, we got 3 pet orbs this stream. I keep saying pet. They're called orbs of minions. But you know what I mean. Pet orb, orb of minion, same difference. They're effectively the same thing. I still feel like pet orb makes more sense. But it's called orb of minion. A final key, unless we get a key in this key. Honestly, our drops weren't too bad tonight. Not the best they could have been, but we got a major pet. We got 2 small pets. Got a couple small glories. And a bunch of knick-knack loot. Ah, nope, just a bunch of gold on the final one. Boo. That Trippy's ready again, though. And there we go. Oh yeah, the 2 redeem codes we handed out earlier, as well as our level up bonus. And here were the 2 codes we handed out earlier in the stream. And we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Every single time we get one of those 6% big drops, either a major pet orb, a major glory, or standard glory, we'll hand out a code. And I'll open about 100 keys tomorrow night, as well as go over all the weekly spoilers. So that's pretty much the game plan then. And very soon, TM, we'll have the Mythic tier list up. Before the next Mythic comes out, which is this Friday, we will have the Mythic tier list up. Though the Mythic tier list will not include the Mythic coming out this Friday. Aside from that, yeah, next stream will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Same time as we always do. And aside from that, during the day, we'll do a little bit more shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. And I'll be doing so with Tyrion and having a bit of fun then. Otherwise, standard Gems of War stream tomorrow night, as per usual. Weekly spoilers, all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful time, and stay safe out there. Catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.